Yo, people, we're back again with another video on Egal Talks Football. Today, we're going to be doing vibes from the six, and we're going to be discussing the Man City win versus Newcastle, where they came back to win the game 3-2, and Kevin De Bruyne's masterclass to help them win that game. Cole Palmer and Chelsea delivering another victory for Pochettino, as the pressure has kind of eased off Pochettino as of late. And finally, the Manchester United Tottenham game that ended in a draw, where Tottenham absolutely battered them for a majority of the game, but it ended in a draw. We're going to get into that. Plus, I'm going to introduce the panel. Let's get the show started. Bang. Yes, people. How is everybody doing today? First things first, I need to talk about the channel sponsor. If you guys don't know, the channel is now sponsored by Sofascore, and it is the only football app that you need on your phone. It's the only sports app you actually need on your phone. You got live scores, you got UFC, NBA, NFL, every live action sport, tennis, anything you can name, AFCON, Euros, all of the major cups, everything's there. You got player ratings, you got statistics, you got results, you got all the major tournaments, everything on one app. You don't need to download the NBA app, the NFL app, the Premier League app. You can all have it under one roof. Sofascore is the only app you need, and right now you guys can download the link and support the channel by supporting the channel sponsor. The link is going to be pinned and it's going to be in the description. So let's make sure you guys go start downloading that link and help and check out the app. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. But let's get this show started, as I do have a wonderful panel. I have Ches in the building, repping, of course, you guys already know, repping Chelsea like always. We also have Alan in the building repping Tottenham. His boys have been looking good lately, looking really good lately. We got Harry making a debut on the channel repping Manchester United. You never know with Harry, man. He's always all over the place sometimes. Sometimes he's happy, sometimes he's upset. And then we got Vader in the bottom corner. There is no need for a Liverpool fan today. Unfortunately, Liverpool did not play. Arsenal did not play. We're not going to be discussing our games, but we will discuss a little bit of Arsenal transfer news at some point throughout the video. We already have about 50 of you guys in the chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Kevin De Bruyne is back to business, yes. And I think since the game is fresh on our memory, I think it's probably good that we start with the Manchester United Tottenham game, but because it's the most recent game that's taking place. So let's get straight into it. I'm just gonna throw it over to Alan as a Tottenham fan. I felt like you guys went to Old Trafford and you made it your own today. I want to know what you think, Alan. Started with you.
So my score prediction before a ball was kicked was Spurs to win 3-0, and I'll tell you for why. Although we've got a lot of people out as well in regards to AFCON or Asia games and that, we've literally, Man United are a dead football club. Dead atmosphere, dead stadium, the manager, poor, boring tactics, the players, awful. That team is just not the Manchester United that you once used to fear. For me, we outplayed them, we bossed them, we done everything we have done. We just didn't take our chances, and we were a bit sloppy in defence. With Van de Ven and Romero coming back, you saw that they weren't up to scratch because there was problems there. Like obviously, and fair enough, Højlund took advantage of one where the ball came back to him. When Udogie made the first tackle, he took advantage, and as did Rashford. Great finish, first goal for him in like 15 home games or something like that. So that was good. But apart from that, we absolutely dominated and destroyed them with pretty much half of our first team out. Son, Kulu, Maddison, Bissouma, Sarr. Them five, not in the squad, not at all. And I don't know who you've got out. I think you've got quite a few people on the bench. And yeah, we just basically ran through you. It was one of them where, like I said, we didn't take our chances. We weren't clinical enough. This is where Spurs need to improve and do better in the market in regards to replacing Richarlison, because he's not the answer. In regards to replacing, look, I'm not a big fan of Timo Werner. I think you can do better than him, but Spurs fans are here for it, so we'll see what happens for this thing. But We controlled the midfield with Højbjerg and Skip. How embarrassing was that you guys allowed Højbjerg and Skip to come and basically have Man United on lockdown? It's absolutely embarrassing for you. Rashford had Porro beat all game, but still couldn't get more out of him than just a goal. It was just a all right Spurs performance, but left so much more to be desired in the fact that, I'll be honest, both teams back to full fitness. Spurs and United. Spurs smash Man United so easily. It's that simple. United have got a long way to go to get back to anywhere they are if they can. For me, it's got to start with getting that fraud out as manager, because Ten Hag's not the answer. But we dropped 2 points today. It's as simple as that. Anyone will come in and say, Man United, Spurs gained a point there. No, we dropped 2 points. And it's not a big thing that Spurs can normally say going to Old Trafford, but we dominated them from pretty much, like, they had the first 5 or 6 minutes after that. It was all Spurs, and we should have done more than that. We should have done better.
Yeah. Big up everybody in the comment section. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now, guys, as you guys are coming through into the video. And of course, the links to Alan's channel, Time Added On, Chez's channel is in the chat. And of course, Vader Games channel. As you guys jump in, make sure you guys do check out all their content also. Harry, Manchester United fan, making debut on the channel. How you doing, bro? Talk to me. Are you how you feeling this season, man? Very disappointing start to the season, of course. Onana is a talking point we need to discuss also, because what on earth he was doing for that Bentancur goal, God knows. And it's just like Manchester United just seem to be a mess, bro. At this point, do you want the manager sacked?
I mean, first of all, big up everyone, man. It's a pleasure to be on here, man. Look, man, Alan, everything you said, like, it's just please play it as simple. But look, it's that time where the glasses come off and I get serious bit, because I have said this since day one of the Premier League season that Erik Ten Hag needs to go, because so you guys know this quote, right? Football heritage, right? You know that Mourinho iconic thing, right? You have Casemiro, one of the greatest modern day midfielders of our generation.
Whoa, chill.
But look, at the 65th minute, right? Spurs at this point are dominating goals. Højbjerg and Skip running through us. Bentancur, vice versa. I see on my screen Ten Hag talking to Scott McTominay. Substitution board comes up. Off comes, I think it was Mainu, and on comes McTominay. I refrained from tweeting, because that tweet, if I'd have posted it, I'd have got hooked off the app, because that rattled my gears. Because if I'm Casemiro, right, I'm thinking, hang on a minute, I'm a 5-time Champions League winner. What's this guy won? What? A League Cup? Like this season for us, right? I was sorry for today one player, and that's Højbjerg, because every time he scores or gets an assist, the team lets him down. Game after game after game after game. Happened in the Champions League, top goal scorer, but no, rock bottom. Onana, this guy might as well be called FIFA in the flower tops. This guy's just at this point a kids program. Like how you're a goalkeeper and you can't save shots is mesmerizing, because for that first goal, right? In my eyes, that's the defender's fault, right? But the second goal, Christian Eriksen, this guy goes to Al Shabab or Al wherever in Saudi Arabia, because this guy is just terrible. Like, defensively, he's awful. But Bentancur literally ran right through, bro, straight through like it was Ric Flair at WrestleMania. Like, bro, we were there, bro. Eriksen, non-existent. Johnny Evans, need I say no more? Diogo Dalot was nowhere. Takes a shot. Onana, what's this? Like,
he was doing the Jude Bellingham.
Bro, right? The guy thinks it's FIFA. Who draw that celebration and Egal that thing, and the players all fall down. That was literally what Onana was doing. Like I've seen, right, the Ralph Rangnick era and the Ollie era, the Moyes era, which
Can you call it Ralph Ragnick era? It really wasn't even an era.
Well, to be fair, 6 months, but you know, but what I stand by this shit. Erik ten Hag is a worse manager than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
What?
Mate, brother, I'd seen 2.5 years of absolute game-winning moments. That's what I saw. We were known as a counter-attacking team, right? That was our style of play. Can anybody here in the comments tell me what our style of play is? And I will genuinely sit back and just let this.
Let me hear this straight. You got a United fan in the comments saying Erik ten Hag out, Ollie in. Are you backing that?
Whoa. Right. First of all, right, Ten Hag out, yeah. Ole in, no, this guy can go and make those car adverts. Yeah, like Beto made a comment there. He's worse. Preach that, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, as I said before, we as fans knew that Solskjaer needed a DM, and we do somewhat well, right? Erik ten Hag had basically his full fit squad, right? And Tottenham had their B team. No Son, no Kulu, no Madison, no Sarr, no Bissouma. And they still battled us off the park. And they'll go to Molyneux in 2 weeks, right? And from where I'm sitting, I think we'll win that game, because the way we play, especially tonight, I look at the squad we have, right, and that squad is worth more than most teams in this league. And how the hell you cannot get a tune out of any of them, apart from Juan Garnacho, is criminal. That right there. The wheels are falling off regardless of manager. They are both shy, right? First of all, wheels, mate, are already rolling down the hill, yeah? Because this manager, he's lost the dressing room. I don't care what PR shit.
I thought they were playing for him.
No way, Gal. I'll tell you the one coach they played for, but got sacked in the end, was Van Gaal. He's been our best footballing manager since Sir Alex, because the football we played, we knew what our identity was. We were possession, X, Y, Z. That was that. On Erik ten Hag, this feels like Ole again. Moments. Brentford at home. Spurs today, looking for a moment. Tottenham,
you almost got it.
Yeah.
McTominay. Let me bring Ches in. Ches. So you watched the game today, the Tottenham game?
Yeah, I watched the game. So yeah.
Give me your thoughts. And do you feel like Alan's justified to say he deserved to win? And do you feel like Harry's justified to say he wants the manager sacked?
Yeah, definitely. This game literally showed why Man United are rubbish and why we shouldn't be behind them. The fact we're still behind them, that's embarrassing. Tottenham, first half was more even, you could say. Rashford's chance, again, wasn't like great build-up play for Man United. It was just a quick thought process, just kick the ball in, and that was it. They didn't offer much tactics. They didn't really offer much in midfield or attack. It was literally just the same old we see every week. Tottenham, obviously, they're not the best defensive team in terms of like getting people out, their centre-backs coming back. So I didn't think they'll keep a clean sheet. On my channel, my boy predicted 2-2 and he was right. But yeah, Tottenham had even one or two players of their first team, they'd probably win that game. Maybe not with a clean sheet, but they'd probably go over the line, because a lot of chances, Alan will tell you, where Johnson gets in the ball and Werner gets in good positions, and they're just not really that good. So like, they're not clinical players. Even a Palmer, I would happily say Palmer's in Johnson's position, one of the chances on the right, he probably like get the shot on target or creates a better chance. Johnson's a bit hit and miss. Sometimes he's good, sometimes, you know. But Man United, yeah, the same old. Like if you're a Man United fan, so similar to me in a way, like you're just seeing the same thing every week. So I don't know, man. Like I don't know if he's gonna get sacked. That's the problem. That's the issue. Like, is he gonna get sacked? I'm not sure. Should he? Obviously. Don't want him to stay. Yes, obviously for me to get in Europe, hopefully. But yeah, man. After watching this game, you could definitely think that Tottenham deserved to win overall. But obviously, I say that at the same time, they didn't have the players there that I just mentioned. So in theory,
Shouldn't
they
that
shouldn't
be
have.
more of a respect to them? No Son,
Yeah,
no
100%. Yeah.
Basuma, no Madison, no Sar.
No
4
Kulusevski.
key players.
If
But
they
what I would say
if they
is,
the
yeah,
players they go, if
the only
they
thing I would say is that one sec. The only thing I would say is that I will bring him back to Chelsea, but we've had a lot of injuries this season, and we've had results against the bigger teams, and we don't really get praise like that. So all I would say is, although you're missing a lot of players that are first teamers, you've got to be fair and say, like, Chelsea be missing like first teamers all season. We still put up decent results against big shit teams. So there's no, we're not going to go overboard and say Tottenham are like clear. And I just think they deserve to win if they had the players. But today, a draw is probably fair. Like, a draw is probably fair.
No,
But
I disagree. I think that in that look, if Spurs had their full fit 11,
they didn't. That's my point. They didn't. That's my point.
I think this is 6-1 all over again. I think the way that Spurs played, look,
6-1.
honestly, right? I watched that 6-1 game.
Alan, did you ever feel like it was that 6-1 level?
What Harry said is that if we had our players back, it could have been 6-1, and it could have been 6-1. But like I said, Man United are a dead team. Aston Villa should be ashamed of themselves last week for letting them all get back into the game and get the thing, because that Man United team is just absolute bargain basement compared to what it used to be. Absolutely dreadful. Like I said, I'd put 9 or 10 teams playing better football above them in the league. It's just I don't know how that. Like, occasionally they'll go on a bad run, they'll get the odd win or draw, and everyone will be like, yeah, here we go, and then it just goes back to the same Man United team. They're dead in the water. As people said way back when, dead food, basically. That's what Man United are.
Guys, in the comment section, if you guys believe Manchester United are dead food, put the poop emoji. And if you guys think they're good, tell me why you think they're any good. Because at this moment in time, the only shining light for Manchester United is the new owner was in town watching that game. And if they're sitting there watching that game, they're going to probably want some major changes coming soon. But one person we have to talk about. Ches, you had a keeper in Kepa. Be honest. Was Kepa ever as bad as Onana is being right now?
No. Onana is definitely worse. Onana is 100% worse. Kepa's main issue, was his shot stopping. Like, he's not a good shot stopper. You know, like, how many times have you mocked Chelsea, a guy like that shots go top bins and he never saves it? He's too short. Like, he has what's it called, like flimsy arms and that. Onana's just bad at everything. He can't shot stop. He hasn't got an aerial threat in terms of collecting crosses. He's not quick off his line. He's just there. Like, you know the amount of time, you know when Romero hit the bar island, he just stood there. He literally just stood there and was like, that goes in, it goes in. If I save it, I save it. That's not good.
Yeah, it's like he gave up.
Yeah, he's like, it is what it is. I'm not getting that anyway. That's not a good goalkeeper. And every single shot, even the goal Bentancur scored, it went over his shoulder. Like, how are you not standing up taller? Like, on
he literally watched the Richarlison header go in. He couldn't do nothing about it.
I think that the lot, and again, look, I may be of the minority, but if we had David De Gea this season, it'd be a different one, because David De Gea is and still is a better goalkeeper. Because look, Andrea Onana, right? You're that thing. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. For me, 3 times, Andre Onana. This guy last season in the Champions League, right? This guy is doing this, passing the ball, lobbing it, And I thought, sign him. Bro, this season, we have conceded more shots faced than we had Andres Lindegaard in 2013. FYI, Lindegaard played a total of 4 league games. Four league games and a couple in the UCL. So, like, the fact that you are worse than Andres Lindegaard is crazy to me. Because, look, when you are a Man United goalkeeper, right, you are supposed to be of the top tier. And if I'm being there, I'm thinking, yo, hang on, how is this guy playing week in, week out? Bro, and I'm on the bench. Like, I really struggle, Egal, right, to find any which way possible to sort of back this guy. As, look, I am taking.
There is one positive. He forgot. He basically forgot the whole Cameroon camp to play this game against Spurs to concede 2 goals. Like,
crazy.
There's one positive for Man United that he's going to AFCON and they're going to have a better keeper in goal.
Thank God.
Who's going to be the other keeper?
Beyinde.
Who?
Beyinde. He came from, I think it was from Fenerbahce, I think. So, anything's better. Do you know what I mean? Look, I think our one shining light of today was, it was good to see Martinez back. I think him being back is huge for us.
Marcus Rashford.
Mate. That, bro, what is that, by the way? If you see what he done in the knee slides, and he got, bro.
Yeah, he ran like that.
Bro, this guy has the aura of Ronaldo, who plays like Fabio Barini. It's crazy. Like what?
I don't think he has aura. I think it's just you saying that because
he means ego. He means ego.
Yeah. So look, right. Rashford thinks he's him, right? He thinks that. In reality, he's just bang average. Like it buffeted my head how there are fans in this fan base who think, oh man, Rashford's world class. He's better than Mbappe. But bro, this guy literally is Tom Ince. Respectfully, he is like Tom Ince. Like he is terrible. Bro, honestly,
let's take a break from Man United. Let's go back to Tottenham for a second. Do we not give Tottenham enough credit some of these times, or do you feel like since they drew, there's not that much credit that needs to be given out? Because the way they played today, they were entertaining. They stuck to their principles. They absolutely bossed Manchester United in their own house. With all those players gone, there was not really much of a sacrifice. You also had one of your main center backs go down again, injured, and you still continue to play the way you wanted to play. So you got to give it to them. Tottenham, even though I hate them, they played well.
With Van der Ven, it's more cramped than anything because he hasn't played for quite some time, and he's obviously going to be doing that role where he's going to be doing sprinting back to clear up obviously any potential counter attacks, or as Man United proved today, for more often than not, Route 1 football. Fantastic, Man United. That's brilliant. Look, I've said it numerous times. You allow this manager to build a thing in his image and how he wants to do. He will be the manager to win Spurs trophies down the line. In 2 or 3, maybe 4 seasons, he will win Spurs trophies. The type of football we're playing with some of those absolutely awful players in the team, when he builds his squad, which he's starting to do, he's winning trophies. It's as simple as that.
What kind of trophies we talking? But you know what?
So I'll be honest. It will be either to start with a League Cup or an FA Cup, and it will go from there. But you know, Europa League, I reckon he'd take seriously and would win that if we got in that. If it was this season, Champions League's a bit too far way off the black. That's down the line maybe. But you know, building what he is like. First season in with all the people we're missing, the injuries we've had. If you would have said to anybody, Spurs are 5 points off of Liverpool in coming up to the middle of January, everyone would have like top of the table, 5 points off. Everyone would have been like crazy. So it's one of them later down the line in 3 or 4 years. Spurs are there or thereabouts challenging. We really are.
There you go.
I agree.
absolutely disagree, by the way, but we'll see. Reason being, I find it a similar story with Tottenham all the time. where you guys get your hopes up, you get a new manager, things are going well. Once you face a hard level of adversity, it just
Is this not-
it's
It's different though.
unmanageable.
It's in this
Egal,
whole
it's
reverse
different
now.
though.
No,
It's
this is
different.
still early. So at this
Right,
moment in
he
time,
was right, though.
what?
Yeah, go on. Oh, sorry, you're going to finish off.
No,
So
go ahead, Ches. What were you
how
gonna
is
say?
Egal right? How is Egal right when Arsenal fans were talking this high level of Arteta? They started and they were
I
absolutely.
was just going to touch on that, Alan. Let me touch on that because I was actually going to reference that. The point is, you can reference the last season with Arsenal, and then Gal would admit this now in hindsight, that when you're in your first season and you unexpectedly rise to the top and things go your way, you're always going to say things like, "Oh, we can win this, we can win this."
Yeah.
And when the expectation comes, it's very different pressure, and I know that because I've actually won trophies in my lifetime, so I can actually say that, right?
So
Yeah.
When there's a difference between like being
so
expected to win.
and
No, but there's a difference between being expected to win and someone can win. For example, like Arsenal are more likely, for example, to win the Champions League because they're not expected to do it. Does that make sense? But when there's pressure to win the league, for example, that's when the pressure comes in and things. It's all about mentality, right? So the guy was saying that Tottenham get gassed this season. I think they could win it next season. That's actually true. Next season might be completely different because no longer a new commodity and everyone knows about how you play. Are you going to be able to get over that and win trophies? We don't know that yet. So
I
I can't
disagree though.
be saying.
So, like people know how we play. That's fair enough. Man United played us twice, and they couldn't figure out how we played, and we absolutely bossed them with 5 of our best players missing. You can find anything in life.
Yo, by the way, David Onstein just dropped a bomb.
Oh.
What was it that he dropped? Let me check. He basically said Everton and Nottingham Forest are expected to be informed on Monday that they are been found in breach of what do you call it? Profit sustainability rules in the 3rd cycle of June. Oh shit!
Oh, that's
Both
bullshit.
prepared.
That's bullshit, man.
But this is the FFP thing that people have been talking about.
Yeah.
And like people have been waxing lyrical in my chat all day for the 2 shows I've done today, basically saying, "Oh yeah, all this is going to happen." And the first things that have been put, Everton and Nottingham Forest, I guarantee the big clubs who have been found in breach of this will get away with it time and time again. It will always happen.
Alan, it's City, Alan. You know what it is, right? Look, I've said this on Twitter, right? Man City will not get nothing done to them, right? Because Man City, they got found out by UEFA. They paid UEFA. Yeah, they found out by the FA. They probably won that court case. But look, right, this I feel so bad for Everton because the smaller teams are suffering, and teams like Man City and Chelsea to an extent, they're getting away with blind murder. And
But imagine if they give Everton an additional points deduction.
That's mad. That no, I don't.
Yeah, but the difference is again, it's context. The reason why Everton probably have to take the L is because they ain't got the money in the defenses that Man City do. It's simple as that. If they had the money in defense to defend themselves, they wouldn't have got 10 points. Man City could literally, it's like what's the word in economics? Like opportunity cost. They could literally like take the L, get caught, and they know they've got enough money to fight it.
Yeah, that's
so they'll never really lose.
Yeah, and I think that Man City, look, let's be real here. They can buy the best lawyers in the world.
Imagine Chelsea and Man City's lawyers hearing that Everton could face another points deduction in the same season.
It makes it better for us because now we're more prepared even more.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Our defenses get even better because they're like, we know what's coming.
Yeah, look, I think I think it'll. You know what? I think it'll be a 10-point reduction again. And if that's the case, I think that if I'm Sean Dyche and I'm Everton fan, I'm thinking like why? Because it's sort of like Everton, in my opinion, because let's be real. Well, a first point deduction, like Everton are in the top 8, top 9. So why this whole point deduction thing? If anything, this is a big kick in the mouth for Everton because, like, in my opinion, I don't see how teams like the big clubs to get away with it and teams like Everton don't because they're not financially equipped. And I get that it's a City and Everton.
Bro, this is unprecedented. Has this happened before in a long time? I don't remember
last
two
time-
clubs. Two clubs in the Premier League getting points deductions, unheard of.
Man, the last time it happened was I think it might have been Bolton and someone else said 5 or something like Dwight. This doesn't happen that often. And
Bro,
the fact
do you guys realize this could finish Everton?
Oh, could absolutely. I think that their new stadium that's got to come on hold because when or if look right that line there, both clubs will either get a fine or a reduction. The fine, no.
Luton might stay up. You're right. Crazy.
They're going to get a fine. But let's not Egal Talks say Everton will get another 10-point deduction. A man says to the guy, all right, boys, yeah, see you later. Because that's what the big clubs have got, money. Everton, respectfully, they don't have the funds that Man City do. So look, I think that is it shitty? Yes. Is it peak? Yes, but it's football. You know what I mean?
Let me link it to the transfer window, guys. Is that why our clubs are not spending as much money this window? Because they're looking at FFP. Everyone's kind of worried.
Yeah.
Spurs don't have to do that because we could comfortably spend 400 million. We're fine just because we've had cheap owners. So that's why we're buying players because we've got no worries about that. Yeah.
Really?
We're screwed though.
Yeah,
we're screwed.
We have spent 400 million since last year, but we don't do it. So we're fine in that aspect. We've got no problems. The only thing that might come back to bite Spurs in the arse is the thing that reported earlier on the season about maybe
the foul.
To do with the foe. That could be the thing that bites Spurs, but I don't know. It's gone quiet, so I don't know. But everything else, FFP, we're cushy. We're fine.
What about you, Chelsea? Why aren't you guys spending big this January?
No, we don't know about the striker. Apparently, we're weighing up like options because we've got like Victor Osimhen in our pipeline, but depends on Europe, and we don't want to spend another like 130 million in January because FFP or reasons. But we can spend money, just probably not as much as last winter. We spent I think over like 150 or something. So
we spent $1 billion in like 20 odd months. Come on, man, you don't need to spend
but come on, if you know about money,
for 9th in the league. It's mad.
Yeah, I know. It's called amortization. If you know what that is.
Let me get you guys clued up on what's going on with Arsenal transfer news because obviously you guys are busy with your own clubs. Arsenal not signing no striker in January, bro. I don't know why people believe Arsenal are going to sign a striker in January. Do you know how difficult the striker market is right now? We are not signing a striker. We're looking at around the same strikers you guys are looking at. We're looking at seeing if something happens where Newcastle need to sell players and we can try to see if we can get Isaac. We're looking at Ivan Toney, but he's not leaving until the end of the season because he wants to keep Brentford from getting relegation. Due to the fact that they stayed loyal with him throughout his whole situation. They stayed loyal with him. So Ivan Toney, they're sticking with him. As for the Victor Osimhen, these are the three main names that Arsenal are looking at: Victor Osimhen, Ivan Toney, and what do you call it? Alexander Isak. Those are the three names. But in Arsenal circles, there is something else that has caught people's eyes and has them really, really triggered. And if you guys don't know what I'm about to show you guys, I'm about to show you guys an interesting video of Egal Talks that people really were triggered by. I know you probably all seen it. You probably all giggled. So there was a video of Egal Talks with Salt Bay, and tell me why people are trying to say this video is they got so angry and upset by the video that they're saying, "Oh, this is a sackable offense. How is he enjoying himself?" Like, I think it's weird. People can enjoy themselves in Dubai on vacation. Check out the video. So Egal Talks is with Salt Bay.
No, I've seen. I'm waiting for
Salt Bay starts feeding him meat, and people are like, "Yo, it's a big deal."
That's mad. I can't lie. It's mad.
It's funny. I can't lie. It
is funny.
It's funny. It's banterous, but it's nothing really to be saying, "Oh, you need to focus on football."
Yeah.
I think people just it's a nothing story where people just go crazy over.
You know what though? I think that
you see, you got people laughing in the comments.
I think Arsenal. I think
man said you'll never see Pep or Klopp doing this in the middle of the season. Sack the clown. This
bro.
What?
bro, do you know what it is, Egal? Yeah, look, if Arsenal, I don't know this whole Arteta thing because of a Salt Bay video. Come on, like, bro, look where Arteta is now with Arsenal, right? The league position, it doesn't sound nothing because I think that Arsenal will salvage this season and have a good run in the Champions League, and I might get a decent spot in the league. But I think the fact that Arsenal fans I've seen troops the week compare thingamabob Arteta to their Brendan Rodgers. Do you know how mad that is? Brendan Rodgers bottled the league twice with Liverpool. I think that's a bit of disrespect to Mikel Arteta. What he's done at Arsenal, in my eyes, I think the players let him down last season in the league because he, from a tactical standpoint, I thought he was the best manager in the league last season. Because you could see
clearly we weren't because Pep ended up winning.
Yeah, that's a terrible take.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, football's a result-based game, absolutely. But from my standpoint, I think that Arsenal were the best footballing on the eye team last season. Like those games like 3-0, 4-0. So I think look, this season Arsenal are having a little bit of a blip in the water, right? Is it sackable? No way it is. Is it salvageable? Absolutely. But I do question this, Egal, because I'm sure you're touching it yourself, but out of the League Cup, out of the FA Cup, doubts of the Champions League, you got Porto away. Are you confident of getting silverware this season? You confident?
Not really. Not anymore.
Really?
That's the reality. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say, yeah, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the Champions League. Bro, our chances of winning those two competitions have dramatically dropped with our performances against Fulham, West Ham, and you probably have Ches and Allen laughing, but the reality is at this moment in time, I think Chelsea have a better chance of winning a trophy with them still in the League Cup.
I'll be honest,
that's mad. That's mad.
I told about this ages ago on Never a Foul. I mean, tell me what I said. I'm not going to come here and boast it. I said, even with Chelsea, I'll say happy right now. We're not playing that good. So if the performances change and we start getting bad results, I'll still be here and I won't be surprised. So I'm not being gassed by his last 3 wins. Same with Arsenal when they're winning all those games. I literally said to a girl, you man that we score that often, and how long can you keep doing this? And all the Arsenal fans are like, oh, this, that.
It's not sustainable. Yeah.
It's not sustainable, man. And eventually your luck ran out. And the problem is, obviously here I think his name's Harry. Shout out Harry. Obviously he's saying that you played good football last year. At the end of the day, it's all good playing good football. If you don't get good results, i.e. cups, that means absolutely nothing. All a gal cares about, because he hasn't seen it for a long time, no dig, is winning the Premier League. And also, please, if Chelsea get to that point, I'll be exactly the same position where I will desperately want to win it again. So at the end of the day, the fact they're not getting a striker, obviously things might miraculously change, and I might sit with egg on my face, and Arsenal might win the league or Champions League. Cool, but as it stands, it doesn't look like there's enough.
It doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't look bad. It's not terrible. It's just not good enough to win the league. If we're talking about top 4 and being in Champions League, then if you want to be like a Tottenham, cool, stay. That's happy. That's all good. But if we're trying to be like Man City and Chelsea of old and Liverpool of new, you need to be winning things, and that's it.
1 second. Can I ask you guys a question? People say Arsenal fans say there's some Arsenal fans who want the manager sacked, but then there's some that want to keep him. When you guys had a similar situation at your club, or you currently do with Pochettino, do you have certain people who have an affinity or love for that manager to the point where it's it looks like they love him personally?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, because I watch a lot of Arsenal content. Egal knows this. People who don't know, there's a lot of people who back Arteta because of what he's done for the club. He's brought them from 8th to challenging, and people are waiting for that. He's also won the FA Cup. Then you have the other people who say, thanks for the memories, but it's time to change manager to start winning things because they don't believe he's good enough. And ultimately,
where do you stand on that? You think Arteta's not good enough?
Yeah, I was just setting the base.
Where do you stand on that? Do you think Arteta's good enough?
Obviously, for me, he hasn't proved it, so probably not. The thing is,
Alan
What
says
North
no.
man says right, because at the end of the day, I'll get Alan and Harry's opinion as well. And Vate will definitely agree with me because he's a winner like me. Until you prove it, you haven't proved anything. So the only way, he's gonna change people's minds about is if he actually wins. That's
Can
the
I ask
only
you a
thing
question? You
I'll tell
keep
you why
you
I
keep
say
calling
no.
your team a winner, but you do realize you actually, from the team that last won a major trophy, how many players are left? 2?
No, but the thing is, even though my team is rubbish, most of my fans have a high standard. But I
No,
don't
but
think Arsenal.
your standards don't align with your new owners.
No, but
But here's the thing:
the
you don't have.
stand. Go on, Alan.
No, so you don't have to have have your team win to have high standards. My standards for Spurs that is you take every cup. Like I was seething when we took the League Cup so lightly against Fulham and got dumped out of it. I'm saying you put your best team out every single round of the League Cup, the FA Cup, especially for Spurs because we're not in Europe, so you can do that. We haven't got fixtures right, left, and centre like for February, March, and all that for all these other teams like they're going to have. We've literally got one game a week. I want like Spurs to win every game. I want us to win trophies. I want us to push for league. This whole thing of like because Spurs can only spend small and all that, we can't compete and all that. That's not in my look. I hold my club to a very high standard. It's just a fact. It's just such a shame that quite a lot of fans have been bowled over and won't. The reason why I think Arteta won't be successful is because he has abandoned the thing that brought him to the dance. The type of play that he played last season, that full throttle, go at teams and all that, you were tearing teams apart. You don't need to go to this controlling thing to beat a Man City, but then get 1 win in 7 this season. You don't need to do that. You've got the players you bought in. You bought a Rice in for that stability. You can still play the same type of football that put half the league to the sword last season, and still have controlling games with the likes of Rice that you've bought in. I think Arteta's got in his own head. He's overthought things, and now he doesn't know whether to go back to the original or stick with what he's doing at, and that's what's costing Arsenal, and that's why he's not good enough because he hasn't figured it out yet. I think if he figures that out and he goes back to what you're doing last season, you've got every chance to catch because you've got a better squad than last season. But I think it's too little, too late. I think Man City with De Bruyne coming back, which we're going to talk, looked classy with De Bruyne. De Bruyne looked like he hadn't missed it.
Haaland as well.
Haaland's got coming back, and then obviously Liverpool with what they're doing. I just think it's going to be between them two again. I really do.
Get back, Harry.
He's the master of his own downfall. I really do.
Yeah, and just to finish off before Harry comes in, I know you should have to say as well.
I was going to just quickly segue it away because there's a bunch of other topics we need to discuss before we get to Chelsea and Man City.
Let's Arsenal. Keep going. Let's keep.
Yeah, guy wasn't happy with the criticism.
No,
bro. I'm the last person to shy away from criticism. Although I back my team and I'm very positive. When it comes to keeping it real, I'm always one of those people who keeps it real. Let's not lie to ourselves.
That's true, to be fair,
yeah. I was gonna mention some of the stuff, but before we get to Chelsea, you guys want to touch on the AFCON? Have you guys watched any of it?
No, I've not.
No,
I haven't. I saw Salah get a penalty to make it 2-2 for the Egypt, but apart from that, I've not even noticed AFCON really.
Honest, my question to you guys is: are you guys going to be watching any of the AFCON or Asian Cup, Alan?
No. In regards to all the football I watch and everything I do through Ed said, like even I'll be honest, sometimes in the World Cup or Euros, I miss a lot of games as well because I just don't have time to watch all the football of all the tournaments. If I did, then I'd be sitting at home like just chilling. But I ain't got time. But like I'll catch the odd game here and there when I got time. But I just don't watch every game. But it's like that with most tournaments, all football tournaments. I don't watch most games. Yeah,
there is a lot of football, to be fair. So it is going to be difficult. I personally watched some of the Asian Cup games today. I watched one of the Asian Cup games today, Japan and Vietnam. It was very entertaining. But then the African Cup games were very boring draws. Like, yes, there was goals in the draws, but it wasn't really end to end. It wasn't really too much nice quality. I seen a lot of bad misses. Victor Osimhen, who's supposed to be considered a world-class striker, had like more missed chances than he had touches or successful passes. It was very, very weird. But hey, maybe I got to just get used to the pace because the pace is not the same level of pace that you'll see in the Premier League. Even though today, Everton and Aston Villa game was much more boring than any other game I watched. And I watched like 4-5 games today. They were all pretty entertaining except for that Everton Aston Villa game. Moving on. Let's talk about Chelsea. Chelsea lose to Middlesbrough. And then, but in the league, they're freaking undefeated in the last 3. What the hell's going on at Chelsea? When did you guys become good?
You said undefeated, and I was like, undefeated for how? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but
Come
like,
on, what is that?
like Munich, innit? Like, bro, I think, look, on my standpoint, I you guys agree, but this is paper of the cracks. I watch Chelsea, and you know what they are? They're just Cole Palmer, and that's it. Because
Cole Palmer and chill.
Honestly, Egal, watching Cole Palmer just shows how bad Mudryk is, how bad Jackson is, how bad XYZ is, and the fact that I'm seeing Conor Gallagher prop on the timeline on Twitter a year and a half ago. These guys were saying, "Get him gone." But now he's like this world-class presser. Like, I watch Chelsea, and I think that they're that one game away from getting a thumping and that being it for Poch, because I think that the way that Chelsea are playing is not sustainable. Palace, let's face it, got lucky. Wolves, again, they lost, but in reality, they were poor. Us, who, by the way, we are crap, yet we still managed to back you off the park. What was it?
You had to get that in there.
Hey, look, my team's cut. We see, I have that one highlight. So it's all about yesterday's game.
Yeah. Let Ches speak about his team before we book him too much.
No,
Ches, take it away.
what you're saying is right, Egal, man. But we're not that good. We're just playing average football. There's not much creativity. It's all on Poch. It's not the players. It's not necessarily the mentality of the players. Some of the players, he's right, just ain't good enough. They're just not at the level. And mainly, and the main issue is the lineups and the tactics. It's just really bad. He's playing people out of position. He's doing the same thing, and it's not working over and over and over and over again. The same performances, the same results, the same chances. And sometimes we get lucky and a bit of moment of brilliance and we get a win. Sometimes against Wolves, when we should have won the game, we get punished. Even Harry's mentioned the Wolves game, if we had a decent manager, we'd probably win that game. They didn't really offer much.
You still want Poch sacked?
In terms of him getting sacked, I've always said that I believe he can turn it around. He can change the tactics. We've seen him have good tactics at Tottenham, so I don't know where that's gone. That's the only reason why I'm not saying Poch out. On my channel, I asked a question, and a lot of Chelsea fans are Poch out because they don't believe he's going to change it up. And if, for example, this goes on literally another 2, 3, 4 more weeks, we are literally 3 points away from 6th. This season is far from over. We could very easily, if we had a decent manager, or we got Benzema in, and we got a decent manager, a good striker, just a 6-month loan.
Excuse me?
You know, Benzema apparently is linked to like different clubs in the Premier League, yeah? If we paid the way...
I've seen that.
Yeah.
You're not getting Karim Benzema, bro.
No, but I'm saying, let's just say the example, he was to bring him in on a 6-month loan, and we had a focal point, and we had a decent manager come in. We could easily like win a trophy and get like top 6. And that wouldn't be like crazy because we actually have a good squad. This Poch guy just played players out of position, terrible tactics. You got man gassing up Gallagher. It's getting on my nerves. This guy is average. Yesterday on Match of the Day, if you man watch it, I was watching it with my dad. I was sitting there and they were talking about like Enzo, cool. They then had a segment on Gallagher who literally did nothing the whole game. And because he hit the post with an outside Chavilla shot, they brought it as a highlight and was like, oh yeah, the way he presses. He didn't offer anything. If Poch had a brain, he would play like a more attacking 8 or like a Carney. He put Chilwell on the left wing and kept a left back on when we were winning the game in this like 80th minute, when you need to get another goal or whatever. You don't sit back at 1-0 against Fulham at home, who literally, I think, had 1 shot on target the whole game. It wasn't like we were great. They just wasn't that good. And we were able to beat them because we were better on the day. But that's not really saying much considering Fulham were like mid-table. Do you get me? Like, what if we played teams who are like 6th, 7th, 5th?
We'll come back to Cole Palmer for a second. Let Alan jump in.
We haven't talked about that yet. We'll talk about him.
Alan, talk to me.
Obviously, about Chelsea. Look, the last time I saw Chelsea play a big part of the game was actually against Spurs, and they seemed much better against Spurs than they did before, even before the sending offs. When I saw them yesterday play they looked a team. The football was absolutely awful. It was poor. A team lacking ideas. It was slow. It was lethargic. Now, I've seen Poch do that type of football when he first came into Spurs, and when you saw how he kicked on from that. Again, I've said all along, I think Poch can do wonders for Chelsea. It's going to take time with the amount of players that are out injured and everything like that. The amount of people they've got to pick and choose from because of all the people they've bought. It's going to take time. Will Chelsea have the patience with him? Will fans give him the time? Will the owners give him the time?
Already.
Only time will tell. But at the moment, he's going down. There was the first season at Spurs, because he was playing some similar type of games here and all that. Some fans wanted him out, and then he got a good result, and then he went on a run, and obviously the rest is history because everyone loved him and wanted him to stay, and he just couldn't get over the line with a trophy. He had his chances, but at Chelsea, it's still early to tell because of all the problems they've had and injuries and stuff like that. But if they give him a chance to build a squad and obviously time to bed in these ideas with the players he got, then I think he'll do wonders. But knowing Chelsea and how they do business, I mean, Potter was Ted Bowley's guy. Didn't work out. He got rid of him. Then all of a sudden, Poch was the guy. And now, if it doesn't work out, I'm pretty sure he'll do the same thing, just turf him out. But side note, Spurs link with Conor Gallagher, absolutely not for me. Thank you very much. You can keep him.
Why don't you guys rate Conor Gallagher?
No, it's not that I rate Conor Gallagher. I want players that are going to come into this Tottenham team, this squad, and improve it and displace people. Conor Gallagher, for me, is a step below than what we've got already in Sarr. I don't think he's at the same level as Sarr. I prefer Sarr. I like everything that Conor Gallagher apparently can do. From what I've seen, Sarr does better, and I would rather keep Sarr. So I don't want to bring somebody in and spend 40, 50 million pounds on a bench player that, for me, isn't as good. If I'm spending 40, 50 million pounds, I want him to come in, displace a player, and then them coming back. For me, I would keep Sarr. I don't want Conor Gallagher. Thank you very much. I'll keep the 40, 50 million and invest it in another area that Spurs need. You can keep.
If Conor Gallagher is at any other team in the top 6, he's viewed as one of the best midfielders this season so far.
I'll tell you what, Egal, right? I'll tell you what, right?
I'm saying the same way you view a Douglas Luiz, you'd view Conor Gallagher based on his performances for Chelsea at times. He has performed well.
It's just I just don't like the overhype. I never said even when I spoke he's crap. I just said he's average and people laud him up like
he's been the best out of your midfield threes for majority of the season.
No, not recently. No, Casado's actually been good. Enzo got
maybe not recently, but for majority of the season, he was the most consistent out of the three of them.
Well, to be fair, Casado's been injured. Enzo's been injured. He's been the only person who's been fit the whole season. The only thing I would say for Harry comes in again is we've had hella injuries. No, but it's by default. It's not by merit. But anyway, my point is that we've had hella injuries, and I want people to actually consider that we haven't had a fit 11 that I would start the whole season. So people need to remember, if Poch did have his starting 11, that's why I don't want him out. I don't think he'd be playing core left back, all these players out of position. I think he actually would go over standing 11. But the problem is, we've got these injuries now. You need to deal with it, and he's not dealing with it in the right way. That's what's annoying me, innit? But we have had hella injuries. I want people to remember this isn't the Chelsea team. People always go, "Oh, he spent 1 billion. Why are you playing this player?" Half these players would not be touching the pitch if we didn't have injuries. Jackson wouldn't even be starting most of these games.
Let's get straight into Cole Palmer. Is Cole Palmer the best under 21-year-old in the league?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. I could.
Do you not have a case for Kobe Mino, Garnacho?
No.
Anybody else?
No.
No, you know what? Look, I think Cole Palmer, right?
Do you have anybody at Spurs, Alan?
Under 21s, the Doji.
Dogi. Yeah.
Oh. Does he get a shout over Cole Palmer?
No, because he had red cards. Discipline, isn't it? That counts for me.
You can see. Look, red cards, I think that's a very cheap way of saying Cole Palmer's the best under 21. I really do. It doesn't matter about red cards. I could just flip it the other way and say Cole Palmer doesn't want to get stuck in then. I could put it that way then because he doesn't want to get himself stuck in. So, look.
That's a really bad take.
Me being honest, Cole Palmer, I think, Man City let him go for a reason, but I think they made a mistake. Cole Palmer, I think, they've made a mistake with that one. Chelsea have a great player, but obviously one player doesn't make a team. It's one of them where he's got to get a whole team around him, and I think you will only see Cole Palmer get better. But yeah, he's been sensational at Chelsea. I think he's a standout player, the player of the season so far. But then you could say it's because he's been there, not been injured or not. But yeah, sensational player. Yeah, that's all you really can say about
Yeah,
him.
definitely contender for signing of the season.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Cole Palmer. If Cole Palmer continues what he's doing from now until the end of the season, forget Saka, forget Trent. No, Cole Palmer, young player. This is seeing because what he's doing at Chelsea.
Young player of the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you realize young player of the season is up until the age of 23?
Mate, honestly, name me a young player right now in this league that's carrying a team like Chelsea, who are god awful, and if anything, without Cole Palmer, Chelsea would be 14th or 15th. But let's not say and act like Cole Palmer's no scrub. Cole Palmer has carried Chelsea, and look, this is the thing, right? If Cole Palmer was at Man City, I don't think he'd get that much game time. So obviously Chelsea first team of football. But I want to disagree with the point that Ches made before, because you had Nkunku starting, you had Jackson playing, and you guys were not really that good. And again, hence why Cole Palmer for me has been, in my eyes, the best young player this season, because his game.
What about Foden?
Phil Foden, you can definitely have in there, but I think that the age that Cole Palmer is and the team playing with,
Foden's 23.
Yeah, but yeah, look again. The people have their opinions, but I think that you got like when you look at let's say Saka was carrying a crap Arsenal, right, and he's getting goals and assists, yada 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 yada. I could guarantee you there'll be Saka's a baller. He's this, he's that. You young player for the season, whereas Cole Palmer, I think that right now it's justified because the way he's playing, in my eyes, on the ball, I think that there is a world-class potential player in there, and you can sit there and but when you've been under Pep Guardiola, you're going to learn a lot of things under Pep, and I Chelsea is thinking, all right, okay, so I'm playing with this guy who can't pass, that guy who can't defend, that guy who can't shoot.
But you do realize Erling Haaland's just going to win it again.
Oh, of course he will, because it's Haaland and it's Man City. But if we're being logical,
I don't think he will. He's been out for too long. I don't think he will.
Do you reckon?
If Cole Palmer keeps doing what he's doing, he'll definitely be top 3, top 2 contender.
Erling Haaland, how many games has he missed?
Quite
a lot now.
About 4 or 5, I think. It's been.
Yeah.
Man's played 15 games. He probably only missed 5 games.
Yeah, I mean, but again, though, the minority when it comes to the end of the season, depending on what happens, they'll vote Haaland and Haaland will win it. But if we're being logical about it, if Cole Palmer from right now continues on that trajectory, I think it's Cole Palmer because the way he's playing it, as I mentioned before, I just against Fulham, right? The way that kid plays, right? And I think it was for the first goal or second goal. There might have been the first goal. The way he passed that ball to Sterling when he got fouled, that pass to Sterling.
Yeah, literally, pass. Yeah.
I don't see most young players hitting that type of pass. Maybe apart from a Trent or whatever, Black. The way that Cole Palmer single-handedly creates, scores, trap backs, and defends all 4 things in one player. That is for me. If I'm a Chelsea fan, if I'm Matisse, if I'm Ches or whoever, I'm thinking, yo, this is a concern. The Miami fielder / attacker is doing 4 job roles. That is mental, and that
facts.
That's fact.
Yeah, what point he makes here, which I said on my channel yesterday to end the segment, is imagine we had 2-3 players like Cole Palmer playing how Cole Palmer's playing their positions. We wouldn't be 10th. Wait,
Of course
we'd
you
be
wouldn't.
way up the table. It's only the
Right,
reason why
right.
we're so bad is because like the tactics are terrible and also the players ain't stepping up. Palmer's
I
the
think the
only
reason
one.
why you're bad is because too much change too soon and a lot of young players inexperienced.
No, but no. Because that
You've done
takes
yourself 30 there, my friend. You're 9th. You're not 10th. You've done yourself 30.
yeah. We're nice.
That's
Come
good,
on,
that.
yes, up the Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? But the guy's being disingenuous because what he's saying kind of implies it's not the manager's fault. The manager, Harry said it, Alan said it.
The
99%.
manager asked for more experience. That's why he
No, but
wants
Egal,
Jordan
I'm not
Henderson.
gonna lie, he's not helping himself. If he wants
That's
more
why he wanted
experience,
Jordan
at least-
Henderson.
No, but at least play players in their position. I'm not hearing this. Like no one could tell me that Caicedo, Enzo, they're performing right now because he's putting them in the right position.
Wait,
Yeah.
Ange
Just
is playing
played
players
Enzo
out of
deep
position
before.
and he's getting results.
No,
That's
Enzo
different now.
played yesterday, yeah, deeper, and he got man of the match. No coincidence. Well done. You use your brain. He played Gusto right back, and he had a decent game. Like
enough.
it's actually not that difficult. Just play players in their position. Palmer's come in like Harry said. I want to talk on Palmer because I haven't spoken probably. He's come in and made our whole attack look average. He's just looked like a level above, and this guy has never had a Premier League season in his life under his belt. This is his first ever top flight Premier League season, and he's putting up numbers better than your likes of Saka, Foden, all these men who people would rave are young players, best players in the Europe, whatever. I'm not saying he's there yet. I'm saying on form he is. Yeah. So I want to shout him out because I don't really get to come here and talk about attackers in my football club for years. So I'm going to shout him out. And like I said, Harry was wrong, and Nkuku hasn't started the game for Chelsea. So I haven't yet seen Nkuku, Palmer, Mudryk, or Madueke and all that stuff. And that's why injuries play a large part in I don't want Poch out. Because if Poch had the players, I think we'd be doing a lot better in the league, even with these rubbish tactics. Because look at Man United. They're rubbish, but they have moments of brilliance, which allow them to be where they are now. That's the difference.
Let's talk about another team with moments of brilliance, and their moments of brilliance comes from one of the greatest players in Premier League history at this moment in time, Manchester City.
Kevin De Bruyne.
It's very
They
even there.
are-
It's just been ghosting.
Manchester City are a problem, and every single one of you guys should want them to lose. Honestly,
Well,
I
I mean, I mean, not everyone. I mean, I'd rather have them win the league than Liverpool or Arsenal. But
why would you want them to get closer and closer to having way more league titles than you?
see, look, right, Egal, right. In my lifetime, I've seen Liverpool win the league. I've seen Chelsea win the league. I don't want to see Arsenal win the league because your fan base, as you know, some of them are unbearable. And honestly, imagine Saka lifting the league. You know
Alan, imagine Saka will lift in the league. We would never see on Twitter ever again.
Exactly, this is what I'm saying.
Ever.
Like, bro. Like, look, right? Every Arsenal fan on Twitter, I have that as a profile picture, and bro, they're like, "Oh, Saka's won the league. Onana,
world
league
class,
winner.
best winger."
Yeah.
And then he's leaving in next week, bro. He's not winning no league, and then he's gone. Let me just bring it back. Manchester City go 1-0 up after their goalkeeper gets injured and Ortega comes in. Then they quick fire. They concede 2 goals, and they're now 1-0 down after conceding 2 beautiful constructed goals from Isaac and, of course, Anthony Gordon. By the way, Kyle Walker, as of late, has been moving like a stripper. Him and Kieran Trippier both have been strippers. Trent is actually the best right back in the league right now because Reece James is not doing so well. Actually, you could make a case for Pedro Porro even.
True, yeah.
Performance, he's a bit lower. Today, he was shocking.
Trent's
fair
been class. Let's give Trent his credit, man.
Yeah,
Trent's the best right back in the league. But then Manchester City, they have some of their better players coming back. Erling Haaland's on his way back. Kevin De Bruyne is now officially back.
Stones is on his way back. Stones is class.
Stones is on his way back. Yeah. He comes into the game. I swear to God, Newcastle players were shaking. They're scared.
They knew.
He puts that fear factor in them. Let's be honest. Man
Goosebumps.
City's midfield with Rodri by himself, with two guys like Kovacic and Bernardo Silva, it is decent, but it's not to the level when Kevin De Bruyne is back in there. Kevin De Bruyne, he takes a shot, goalkeeper's panicking. He makes a pass, the defense is displaced. When Pep Guardiola subbed him on, he's like, just go win me the game. But then he went to the level where he trusts his squad, and he brought on Oscar Bob for Doku. And Oscar Bob is the guy who takes the game by the scruff of the neck and wins it for them at the end after the pass. The 1-2 taps to get past it around the keeper and tap it in. I looked at that and I said to myself, Kevin De Bruyne's brilliance made that goal. But Pep Guardiola's trust in the squad got them that win. He trusts his squad, he trusts his players, he trusts his team, and now he's done it before.
Someone said yesterday, literally, good point. Yeah, someone said yesterday, if Arteta had Oscar Bob, they don't win that game because he wouldn't have brought him on. He would never bring him on. That's the difference.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because Pep Guardiola, he is the only manager to be on the same candle as Sir Alex Ferguson. No manager gets chewed out of Oscar Bob other than Pep Guardiola or players like Liam.
Maybe Oscar Bob is really good. We're doing him a disservice.
Yeah, hey, look, all credit to him that goal. Fair play. But Pep Guardiola, look, right, we sit here, right? How many times over the years have we gone, Man City have started slow. Oh, it comes to the new year. City are like a point behind the league leaders. Comes to May, league champions. Like this happens every single season. You think, oh, is it
it's a mentality thing at this point.
Exactly. And that is why winning the treble was a scary moment because now Rico Lewis, serial winner, Julian Alvarez, serial winner. You know, young players.
Erling Haaland,
winner. And now they've got all the trophies. Now Pep's like, all right, you've done it once, go and do it again. And now I think that Man City will win the league because Liverpool will bottle it. I think they will. Arsenal, I don't think are there yet. Aston Villa, they'll get top 4, but I don't think they're there yet. Tottenham, again, like Alan said earlier, they're not there yet. But Manchester City are there. Everyone else is like, like City are head and shoulders above every single team in this league. Because one thing that Man City do better than anybody else is they keep everyone guessing. When the chips are down and it's like, oh, City's not going to win it this year. And then come right at the new year, win streak. Who remembers that 15-game win streak Man City had to win the league? And at one point like 6th. Comes to May, top of the league by like 90+ points. That's what Man City do. And people are still thinking, oh, but you know, Arsenal, no, bro. Man City are there and they're not going to leave. So look, hope and copium is big in football. It's huge. But Man City, unfortunately, and yes, they proved it, they will win games like that by the scruff of the neck because that's the way.
Let me stop you for a second. I said something the other day, and people were calling me a loser mentality for saying it. I can't wait for Pep to leave this league. But people are saying that's a loser mentality. You shouldn't be saying that. You should be wanting to beat him. You should be wanting to play against him.
It isn't. No, in theory, you shouldn't actually say that because again, that's Arsenal mindset right now. I was like, oh, Pep wasn't here, we'd be winning the league, bro.
No, I'm just saying the guy.
Guess what, Adele? We have to deal with Alex Ferguson.
The guy's so good that even if
I'm not hearing this. You're forgetting the best manager, arguably, is Sir Alex Ferguson. Guess who had to deal with that? Chelsea Football Club, no? Alan, am I lying? Harry, am I lying? Was
No.
Mourinho not there?
Arsenal had to deal with them too. Look,
Exactly.
I would say it's a loser mentality about beating
It
Man
is.
City. But then Spurs beat Man City every season, so it's absolutely fine. Don't worry, guys.
No, but 1 second. You beat them every season, but what do you gain from beating them?
Joke.
Oh, that's a good one,
Oh,
that.
Alan, man.
That's a counter, that, Alan.
It's not a counter. I mean, like you took them on last season. You basically squandered every other trophy and said we've got it all in our hands. Bigger fish to fry. 8
All
points.
in our hands. Bigger fish to
Yeah, but guess
fry.
what? You gave us a 9-point swing. We beat you twice home and away, and you beat Tottenham, and you beat them,
Is that a flex?
And you still couldn't get the job
and
done.
we still couldn't do it. It's true.
You come off
I
a little-
can't lie. Beating Spurs is not a flex. Like that. You know what I mean? For Arsenal, big Arsenal, that's no flex, Egal, mate.
Hey,
You know?
you think of both your clubs. That's actually too funny.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Spurs isn't the flex.
You shouldn't be talking. Spurs beat you 6-1 like just last year.
It has to be changed, man. That's
and we
embarrassing.
beat them 2-0, and we should have taken 6 points off them in the season. So you know
They took 4
maybe it's
points off you
Manchester
this
The
season.
only club that could talk to Tottenham is Chelsea. We beat them home and away.
Maybe now it's both.
I'm not gonna lie. You talk like Chelsea are a very relevant team. You guys are currently in the mud still.
We're
Don't act
always
like-
relevant because we're in trophies. Whenever we're in trophies,
When
was
was
that
the last
trophy?
time you won a trophy?
Is
if
that
we're
like?
a big league, in our worst season, we still made a quarterfinal of a Champions League. How about
Wow.
Guess what?
But that's
Guess
the
what?
level. Harry, our Chelsea fan base is here. Our worst level was still here. It wasn't that far off.
This
You
is
get it?
actually our worst level for you.
We're gonna go to a cup final, bro. So it can't be that bad.
Hey, you could
Ooh.
lose to Middlesbrough.
I doubt that. I
But
mean,
I mean,
well, like,
if you lose the league, you can say all they say ifs, isn't it?
No,
look,
but you could actually lose to Middlesbrough. You're actually one down.
Yeah, and you could actually bottle the league and not get top 4.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Ooh,
Then.
you get it at first.
Hey, Harry, Alan, what's more likely to happen? Chelsea win the Carabao Cup or Arsenal don't make top 4?
Arsenal don't make top 4. That
Exactly.
won't happen.
Yeah.
No,
Exactly.
Chelsea don't win the Carabao Cup
No, that's less
Really?
likely to happen.
because
I
you still have to beat Liverpool.
No, but that's one game. You've got a whole season to play.
Be
That's
fair, yes,
true.
like, there were you waxing lyrical about your FA Cup win, but you only had like it was one-off games against things like that. That's the reason why
Right.
you won.
Bro,
What
what are you talking
That's
about?
what-
We
that's
played
true.
Man City,
Yeah, but
Chelsea.
one-off games, was it not?
Yeah, but Arteta came in late and had one-off games to win. Anybody
No,
could do it.
I'm saying we beat some of the big boys. It was not like
Did you win the league?
Yeah,
though?
so did Brendan Rodgers. Brendan Rodgers won the FA Cup too.
Egal, you beat us. You beat Tottenham twice. Okay, cool. But who was first? See, who was second? Arsenal. This is why, right? Ever since Arsene Wenger, Arsenal have basically been Tottenham, but in the colour red. Let's keep it a
Facts.
book.
That's actually facts.
Let's keep it a
That's
book.
actually facts.
Like what, right? Alan over here, right? His team have not seen a league since the 60s.
excuse me.
And Egal had the same mentality as a Spurs fan. That's crazy. That's mad.
Hey, Harry, shout out Harry, man. He's talking facts. He knows
Oh,
what he's
like-
talking about.
Like, bro, look, Cuz, right?
Hey,
And
Egal didn't imagine this twisting narrative. We were talking about City.
bro, man, like worlds collide. But look, right, Cuz, right? Look, Arsenal. I was a kid, right? And Arsenal, you know, Wenger, RVP, who he snatched, by the way, you know,
Trouble gas.
yeah, Mesut Ozil, you know, Omri, yeah, bro. Arsenal were the big dogs. Now you've got your defense.
Hey, Harry, now it's. Oh, I wish Pep could leave the league.
Pep,
Oh,
please leave.
If Pep wasn't here, we would have.
I'm not gonna lie to you. 1 second, you were just clapping when I said Pep. I can't wait for Pep to leave. Now all of a sudden you're mocking me. It's funny.
I was
Shameless.
clapping because that is.
I think I'm disappointed Vader's not here to talk about his team, so we could actually talk about Man City. But hey, unfortunately, not today. We're just gonna have to wait until the next show to get Vader on. Hopefully, we can actually talk about City. Unfortunately, he is busy. We're gonna wrap it up here. What?
Well,
Yeah, look at my message. Look at my message.
let's have a look. What's this?
Which man said this?
What's this?
Pre it.
Oh, is it one of those like those troll
Yeah,
accounts?
Alan, you see it? Carrie, see it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, Harris is it.
Man, people, man, are just
Sorry.
Yeah, well
so
done, guy. Yeah.
immature, man.
Did I get the right one?
Yeah, you got the right one. Well
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Seriously, why are there just people like that? Seriously.
Yeah, that's fair, man. That's actually
You
crazy.
know what it is, yeah? Look, right? Football is a sport where people can enjoy and banter like tonight, right? It was like people like that, like make those troll accounts, like I honestly, it just makes me as a fan of football just disappointed, man, because
It's sad, isn't it?
being like that.
Let's not touch on it because
You know what? Let's move away from that. Finally, Sancho. Manchester United were the problem after all, bro.
Egal, I was hoping you wouldn't touch on this guy because, bro, you know what it is, yeah, right?
You got cooked online too after you got his assist.
So I put out a couple.
This is the final topic, by the way, guys. Jadon Sancho, if you don't know, in his second appearance for Borussia Dortmund, comes on, gets an assist, and then after the game says, I just want to be happy again."
I mean, you know what, Egal? Look,
He's definitely taking the piss. He's kissing the badge.
You know what it is, Egal? Yeah, look, with Sancho, I used to rate him. And the word that I use the word "used to" in quotation marks because this guy, right? He made a video, right? First game he had, he was like, "This is my home. This is where I belong." Dortmund, quote, "I'm home." Like this. Look, it's football wise. I'm happy he's getting game time. That's cool and whatever. Do I think he'll come back to the club next season? Yes, because I don't think Ten Hag will be here. But the way he's disrespected us as the fans by doing that to a Dortmund badge, let's say, right, Saka signs for Madrid, right? If Saka does that and goes, is that disrespectful?
Bro, he was never a Manchester United guy. He was from Manchester City. He went to Dortmund. Dortmund actually raised him, technically.
Yeah.
So if he kisses the badge at Dortmund, you shouldn't feel no type of way.
Yeah, but look.
Like, am I tripping, guys? Right now, if Enzo Fernandez kissed the Benfica badge, would you get pissed?
Well,
I mean,
before we signed him.
No, now, if Enzo went back to Benfica and kissed the badge, would you get mad?
No, I don't care. It's gone, innit?
Same with you, Alan. If somehow Son has been there for too long.
Son's here, but Son's
If Kulusevski somehow went back to Juventus and kissed the Juventus badge, would you be pissed?
No, for me, as soon as a player leaves Spurs,
same. It's what it is. Yeah.
Spurs come first over any player. People that put players first over their own club need to have a word with themselves. Simple as.
I mean, look again. I think Sancho playing. Look, I'm happy for him in the as I think that it's sort of like a bit of Ten Hag and Sancho in one. But I think that
does he have a future at your club?
Yes, I think he will because I don't think, and again, people are fooled by this. But look, Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, they know what they're doing because they've put it as a loan, no option to buy because Ten Hag will not be here end of the season, and the new coach will most likely want Sancho. Therefore, there was no option in there. I think that with him coming back off loan and with a couple of the players that I won't mention coming back off loan, that sort of gives the new coach, or if it is still Ten Hag, it gives him that other option. But I think right now, for where we are, I don't think that Sancho does anything because I think that Dortmund is a good move for him because it gives him football and it gives him that confidence. And again, I'm happy for him to get that confidence back and to play football again. But at the same time, when you were at Man United for about 2.5 years, I remember at one point on a run, you were worse than Alanga. Alanga's balling at Forest. And that's where I get a bit confused by, because Anthony Elanga under Ralph Rangnick and even under Solskjaer at one point, I thought, wait, is this the guy we bought, Elanga, or is it Sancho? Because Elanga was better in that season, and the next season is Nag's first year. I genuinely didn't clock that Sancho had one goal more in the league than Anthony, and Anthony's had one goal in 2023, I think.
Crazy.
He's mad. So the fact that I sit here now and I'm saying, I'm back, and this season, that's from a footballing perspective. But Alan said about when I play Leeds Spurs, look, I've seen Paul Pogba leave. I've seen Di Maria leave. I've seen Falcao. Once you wear a different club's crest, loan or not, you are not a United player. Same goes for young players. Do I say if Hamad goes to Arnold to Villarreal, you're their player. You're not my player because you are playing for, in my opinion, the biggest club in the Premier League, and we should have standards where, like, if you're not good enough, high cost or not, because look, all respect, we're not Chelsea. We're a high-paid player. If he's crap, he won't stay. He'll get binned off.
Let me wrap this up by just saying one thing. Guys, I think if the Jadon Sancho transfer has shown us anything before we finish up the show, is that Manchester United's reputation in world football is starting to decrease. I don't know if you guys agree with me, because the way everyone responded to Jadon Sancho on Twitter or on Instagram after he made the move was as if he came out of jail, as if he had a life sentence. You have prayer emojis. You have people putting heart emojis. You have people saying he's back after he scores. Like the guy came back from injury. The guy's been fit. He just hasn't been playing. I think right now, from Pogba, whenever a French player speaks to him and says, "Oh, what do you think about Manchester United?" he's going to tell them, "Don't go." I think Jadon Sancho, when people speak to him about Manchester United,
Ronaldo. Yeah.
When people look at Anthony, they're going to say to themselves, "Why am I going to go there?" Rasmus Højlund, they're going to say to them, "Why am I going to go there?" Onana, they're going to say to themselves, "Why am I going to go there?" Right now, you might start to find yourself in a situation where you might struggle to acquire top talent unless they're mercenaries.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that in regards to players in him there, I the only one that I think over time will become, in my opinion, a baller is Højlund. I think today he was our shining light. I thought the goal was excellent. I thought his hold up play and just his game overall was very promising. And I think that no matter who manager we have, I think that Højlund will be here for 10, 15 years, because I think he will become a Man United great in my eyes in terms of a striker and scoring goals. And I think that social media, I remember that Sean Mills guy, the meme and all that. Like God did respect. Jackson didn't get that. Never did Jesus. Never did Charlison. Like when you're playing for Man United, the pressure, whether you're a goalkeeper or a striker, it is massive. So I think that in regards to Højlund, I think he's fine. Onana, get him to AFCON, get him on that plane because he needs to go. But I think that any player that's watching us right now, I mean, if I'm Thuram at Nice, I'm thinking, mate, if I've got Bayern Munich knocking on my door, and I've got you lot, I ain't going to you, man. I want to play in the UCL. And that's where we unfortunately are right now. So is it peak? Yes. Is it fixable in the long term? Yes. But right now it sucks, and I don't think we'll attract the big names, unfortunately.
There you go. We're gonna wrap it up there, guys. Big up, Ches, for jumping on. Unfortunately, Peter, wasn't here for majority of the stream. So big up to Vader anyways. Alan, big up to you. And of course, Harry making his debut, big up to you also. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream, guys. And we're out of here. Love for the love. And of course, don't forget to check out Sofascore, the title sponsor for today's video. Of course, it's the one football app that you need, the one sports app that you need for live sports results, statistics, and everything else. Make sure you guys do download the free app. And of course, it helps the channel out massively because it is a channel sponsor. But yeah, love for the love, guys. You guys already know what it is. And we're out of here. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.
Man United and Arsenal both sides.